Premier League, Premier League action this weekend. Arsenal winning 5-1 against Crystal Palace. Chelsea drew 0-0 against Everton in the Goodison Park. Manchester United at home once again, being defeated by Bournemouth 3-0. City lost to Aston Villa 2-1. Tottenham, the most unserious club in London, losing 6-3 against Liverpool. Liverpool topping the league table with 4 points as it stands right now, with outstanding game still on. If you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video. With me is Ima, and maybe Eddie will be joining us soon, and we'll be giving you more into details of Premier League action this evening. Ima,
Yeah.
Arsenal finally have shown what they are capable of doing. 5-1 against Aston Villa. It was absolutely incredible. Gabriel Jesus coming back, two games, 5 goals, 10 shots, 8 on target. What a massive performance. Do you think that is what Arsenal has been lacking throughout the season?
Yeah, looking at the stats, you just put out 10 shots, 8 on target, getting 5 goals out of the 8. It's an excellent performance. And yesterday, I think, yeah, Mikel Arteta got it right by introducing Gabriel Jesus into the setup. I think they are missing a centre forward in that team. Kai Havertz is not that guy that they can rely on to give them the goals, and I think it's time that they, change their tactics and, change their style to suit Gabriel Jesus so that he gives them the goals. Though he's not that top striker who can give you that goals like players like Erling Haaland and, the other guys, the other strikers. But, him on the bench too is another disadvantage to the team. So if you can come into the games and giving a goal per game, I think it's not that bad. But for me, I think yesterday, them going to the Selhurst Park, I thought it was going to be a difficult game for us now, but they made it easy. It was a walk in the park. Yeah, players like Martinelli were on the score sheet. Scoring 5 goals away from home is massive, and I think I would just say kudos to the Arsenal team. They did very well yesterday.
They did very well yesterday. And talking about Arsenal, when Mikel Arteta said for Arsenal, they always know that they are still in the league title, and the league title is open for every club as it stands right now. Do you think Arsenal is still on the title race?
Yeah, it's not over until it's over. We've not even crossed like the first round of the season, so we have more games to play. I don't know, about 20 more games to play. So yeah, you can't just write them off from the title race. We saw teams like Chelsea they started very slowly this season, but now they are in the top 4, and Arsenal is one team that has been, competing for this title for about 2 or 3 years now. So we can't just write them off like that. Even teams like Manchester City, who are also facing their problems, you can't simply write them off because they can also turn things around. And Liverpool might also face their problems during the course of the season. So I think you writing Arsenal off is not, one thing that you can just sit down and say Arsenal is not in a title race anymore. For me, I think, yeah, they have the capacity, they have the player, they have the mentality to, also be in the title race. But yeah, until the season is over, we can't just write any team off of the title race. Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie, yesterday you talked about Aston Villa winning against Manchester City, and truly, City lost that game by 2-1. What do you think about the game?
Yeah, it's clear that Pep Guardiola is still going through the crisis. Playing against Aston Villa, they've been the better side in both the Champions League and also in the Premier League as well. Yeah, it was an easy game for them to win against Manchester City. It was an easy game. Pep is still now. The thing is, it's nothing new again. If Pep Guardiola is playing against any other club, it's nothing new that Pep Guardiola will be losing. So yeah, now I think during the interview, after the game, he made an interview that he can't even back up his voice anymore. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
So he come back with his voice again, and he made mention that the only thing he could do is change tactics, change formation. Ima, do you think, or what do you think Pep Guardiola could do to change the City situation at this moment?
I think right now a team that needs, a break is Manchester City. They really need a break. I feel like they need about a month for them to, go back. They need a full preseason. I don't know whether it's mid-season or preseason because it's looking very bad now. It's like the fear factor is not there anymore. Teams coming to meet Manchester City feel like now it's a normal team that you can play against. Yesterday, players like Morgan Rogers were, just walking in their midfield like, it's not like Manchester City. I feel like Pep Guardiola and his boys are really going through it. It's been a very, very tough ride for them this season. And I feel, yeah, maybe they will need one or two games to, get back in shape. You can see that there's no motivation anymore. They play with no seriousness, and it's like they've seen it all. For me, I think this coming January, that is their main targets. They have to go into the transfer market. They have nothing to, to give us an excuse. They should just go in the market and maybe get two or three players. And after the season is over, they will just sit down and, do proper, you know, team rebuild and get the right players on, and also make sure the players who are not motivated enough to play for the club anymore, they make sure they, make them exit the club. But for me, I think, yeah, it's another difficult game, another difficult, season for Pep Guardiola. Yeah.
And I will say this: one of the surprise we might see at the end of the season is Pep Guardiola leaving Manchester City. Yeah, just because he might leave the city to protect his pedigree
His
yeah,
legacy.
his legacy in Manchester City. Because now things are very tough for him, and if things continue like this, one thing we should know about football, is you can build to a certain standard, but once you are not producing anymore, the fans and the people forget the glory days yeah, you've given them, we easily forget. So it's better for him if things doesn't go well. I think he have to probably say goodbye to Manchester City and also find a new career. But I think he also stated that to start a new club again from the scratch, everything will be very, very difficult for him. So maybe he might consider the Spanish national team or something else. Yeah.
But he also did mention that leaving the club at this moment in time is not the best thing to do because the club is in crisis right now.
Yeah,
They
the
have
crowd.
about
That's what
they
I
have
said.
about
At the end of the
yeah
season, and that's what I said. At the end of the season, yeah,
yeah
that would be the
because
best thing for him to do.
because they also have about 150 something charges. I can't even remember the number against the club, which they are still working on. So there's a lot of things surrounding Pep Guardiola and Manchester City at the same time. Meanwhile, Manchester United, Bournemouth, United once again being defeated by Bournemouth in Old Trafford. Eddie, I thought Amorim was turning things over, but for the past two Premier League games, it looks like it's just not working for Manchester United. What's up?
Now I don't even know how to express myself. For us to be defeated in our own home stadium, that's the Old Trafford by Bournemouth. When we were going into this game, we won against Manchester City in the derby. So I was like, come on, this game with Bournemouth is going to be an easy game. Take that game for us to probably get the 3 points and things will be good. But I just woke up to probably like a big defeat in the Old Trafford. Now Manchester United is still going through the crisis. That's probably the previous coaches and the previous managers have been saying. There is something more to it because we even lost our game against Tottenham in I think the League Cup by 3 goals to 2. It was very sad, and losing again in the league as well today. So that's back-to-back losses. It's very, very bad. Manchester, I think Amorim and the guys have to probably find a solution before things get out of hand. Because now our target this season is to play in the top four. But if you are losing points against Bournemouth and other clubs as well, then where will you get the points again to probably be in the top four?
That's really too bad. Ima,
Yeah.
what's wrong with Manchester United?
No, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just Manchester United being Manchester United. Their problem was never a coaching problem. Their problem was with the players. I think, yes, I don't know why Roman Amorim took this job in the middle of the season. That is one big mistake that he did. A team like Manchester United, you need about 2 or 3 months with them for a preseason before you can, put your style, on the paper for them to see what you want to do. And also, they also implement it on the pitch. I think, yeah, it was a hasty decision by him to leave Sporting CP just in the middle of the season to join Manchester United. I think the best decision for him to join Manchester United was to wait for the season to be over, then he will join them. But for now, he has nothing to complain about. He has to work because he knew the situation at hand and he took the job. So he has nothing to complain about. It's just Manchester United being Manchester United. Their crisis keeps on increasing day in, day out. Sometimes they'll give you an excellent performance. The following time, they will just give you a shambolic performance. It's just, I don't know. The Manchester United. So yeah, as I said earlier on, I thought it was going to be a double chance for Manchester United, but unfortunately, things got out of hand, and yeah, they lost the game by 3 goals. But playing at the Old Trafford and losing 3 goals at home is not bad. So they have to work on it.
They have to work on it for sure. Chelsea, another disappointment in Goodison Park because we're expecting Chelsea to win that game, just go on top of the table for a few hours. But then Everton, once again, after the takeover, it's like they are looking solid and very good in or at home because they drew against Arsenal and now against Chelsea. What do you make up of Chelsea performance in the Goodison Park?
Yeah, I think playing 0-0 away from home against Everton just last week. What was it last weekend? They played. I think they drew 0-0 against Arsenal too. So it's like
Arsenal, yeah.
day in day out, they're trying to pick up the pieces, and when teams like start, getting that confidence, then they are getting back in shape. For me, I didn't watch the match, but I feel like their defensive setup was solid, and Chelsea couldn't penetrate and get the goals. But yeah, it's a good result for us for Everton because playing two big sides and getting a point from each of them is not that bad. Chelsea would have hoped to get the 3 points so that they could also chase Liverpool in case maybe they slip today. But yeah, things didn't go as planned and they couldn't get a goal at the Goodison Park. So I feel it's just a normal game for Chelsea, and Everton are trying to also get back in shape with the takeover and everything. They are trying to get back in shape because when the season started, we saw them and their performance was not that good. So them coming in this time and getting points from games like this, yeah, it's very good for the team.
It's very good for the team. Eddie, it looks like another poor performance by Tottenham. Just unserious club in London. 6 goals to 3. Liverpool once again trashing Tottenham.
Yeah, Tottenham is just Tottenham, you know. They are one of the inconsistent club in EPL or in England. So they give you a very nice performance today. The next performance is something like you can't even think of. They are like as you said, they are just inconsistent. That's it. That's one thing I can say. You know, sometimes it's very sad for them to get like good couple of players, but the performance and everything, is it's just that. But Liverpool on the other hand were the better side. Liverpool in this season, we all know their performance. Yeah, they will give you the goals. Mohamed Salah scoring here and there, assisting here and there. And not only Mohamed Salah. Nunes and like Diaz and the other guys are also performing. I think it's all the team they are performing. They got an easy job today. They were good in the office today. So that's it. Kudos to them. But Tottenham was paid. It's nothing to talk of. Yeah, they are just like Arsenal. Yeah, there is no
Ima,
improvement.
will you say Tottenham is part of the big club in Premier League?
Yeah, positioning them like a big club in the Premier League, is not the best adjective to describe such a club. I feel like they are just, I don't know how to put them because they don't win trophies, so you can't just put them in the big boys like that. I feel, yeah, they are just one of the teams in London that they're performing, you know, okay. Their performance is not that good and it's not that bad too. They're always in the middle, so yeah. For me, it's just a normal performance from team like Tottenham Hotspur. You don't expect them to be winning games like this against Liverpool. So looking at the scoreline, I think, yeah, it's normal. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just Tottenham Hotspur. They will start the season, very good in the middle. They will give you a shambolic performance. Along the line, they will pick up the pieces again. They will be scoring. Then all of a sudden, you not see what will happen to Tottenham Hotspur. They will just go off completely, and they will end up in the Europa League or in the Conference League at the end of the season. So yeah, it's just Tottenham Hotspur. I'm just hoping maybe Ange Postecoglou will change the narrative this time around. But looking at how they are going, it's just the performance they give to us in every season is becoming like their style. Yeah, there's nothing new with this Tottenham team. Yeah.
And
There's nothing
Tottenham can
new.
Tottenham will always be found
Mm-hmm.
in the B category. You when we are ranking the top clubs in England, you can't include Tottenham. You know, there's this class A, class B, class C, and Tottenham is always in the class Bs. Period.
Period. And this was absolutely incredible. Liverpool took the game right from the first minute to the end. Just it was like Liverpool were playing at home. And that's what we talked about. Big club. And if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And hey, your opinions are highly welcome. Let's know the Premier League, your Premier League team of the week for sure. But Liverpool trashing Tottenham by 6 goals to 3. I think I will just pick them the team of the week. But Arsenal also performed massively. I don't know which of them, but I pick Liverpool because they were playing away from home, and to give you such performance at that elite top, probably. Let me know your team of the week for sure. And hey, see you in the next video. Ciao.